What's going on,
Good
Petey?
Sunday, everybody. Zach, what's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm good. Said your phone keeps shutting off. I bet you has something to do with that worthless update they did.
Could be possible because it wasn't doing it before that. Could be possible. How's everybody doing? Got Dana in here, Mega Dog, Crash. What's going on, guys? How's the weekend? I went out prospecting with B&B, Bob from B&B Paydirts.
Oh, did you?
Pretty good. Yeah, yesterday we went out and checked out some stuff up in Luzerne County, PA. He took me
Nice.
to a spot. He took me to a spot and showed me some glacial till, and it's the first time I ever really seen any up in Pennsylvania. It was pretty cool, man. All round rocks. Like I was like, wow. We found some specks, some micros, but not a lot. You know what I mean? Normal for
Yep.
PA. So wasn't even worth. I couldn't even get them on the camera, so I didn't
Yeah.
even post them. But I did a couple of videos. Alaskan Assassin, what's going on, brother?
Oh, AAA.
So I went and got a bag of pay dirt from Brad Thompson. A bucket tater, 1 gram bag.
Brad Thompson. Who's that?
He comes into Miller Prospecting's channel all the time.
Oh,
So
I don't get to
he
watch
was
Millers
off.
very often.
Yeah, he offered up some tater. So I said, let me grab one. You know what I mean?
I didn't see it.
3 pound bag, big old bag. So we'll go through the bigs. I found some pretty cool gems,
Nice. Hello, Mary.
some nice crystals, some big garnets. I don't know what that green stuff is. Is that peridot? Is that?
Yeah, that's paired up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Plenty of that in there.
Yeah,
Hopefully the freak.
I guess I'm having a slow day.
Yeah.
Plenty of ice holes though.
Hi, Mary. So we'll check out these bigs real quick. I got 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch, and minus 16th inch stuff out of this bag. So
Let's see what he's got in store for us.
Brad's out of Ohio.
AAA's wanting to know if anybody's ever done a bag of Kayla Johnson's from her Etsy. No, I have
I
not.
I haven't, but I would like to. She finds some nice gold, man. I think she's got like a 6 inch dredge. Yeah, I'm gonna call tomorrow and see about my dredge. It's been 3 weeks, so hopefully it's on the way. I don't expect too much out of these bigs here. Didn't really see anything.
Yeah, I've been surprised a few times though.
Dotard filth. What's up, brother? Yeah, she does make some cool jewelry. I was watching a live. She was making some stuff the other week, 2 weeks ago or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was making some nice chains and pendants and stuff like that.
Neat. Oh,
Cindy
Cindy.
Bligna, how are you? Welcome to the show. Keep an eye on this phone. Scott Sharp, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Dorothy Richardson.
Yeah, I'm having a slow day and I think next week's gonna suck. Oh, Texas Donna.
You said it's been pretty cool, huh?
We had 3 days of like horrible wind.
Mm-hmm.
So that knocked our temps down to like 90. So I tried to go out and do a couple of jobs this morning. Wind's gone now, so it's a cool day. Show up to one, it was supposed to be a wheel bearing. No, everything's shot. Spindle shot, everything's shot. So he's got to get more parts. Uh,
Sure, if you weren't right, Zach. Look at that little picker there.
you never know, man.
Man, that's a nice picker. That's in the plus quarter inch size. Nice. Last week, the goal that we panned out, or 2 weeks ago, 1.89. So that wasn't bad.
Out of a 1 gram bag.
Uh, I did the Ozark Buck bag and then Dylan Miller bag.
Very nice.
So almost 2 grams.
Yeah, I was
Get
running.
you a little
I was,
shot of that.
I was a little bit busy last week. Then I tore up my knee on Tuesday, so I'm not taking the weirder stuff.
Ooh, another little chunker in there. Look at that. 2 more pickers. Not bad at all. I'm sorry, this wasn't the plus quarter. It was the minus quarter stuff.
You got B&B in the house coming to watch proceeds.
What's up, Bob? Yeah, got to meet him yesterday. Very cool fella. And we spent about 5, 6 hours digging, man. Pretty good time.
That's all about, man. Good times. Brad's saying he has something or another. I'm imagining he's saying he's met B&B. Oh, Brad's saying he's tried that dirt that AAA was asking about.
Brad. Oh, Brad Hayden. What's up? What's up, Brad Hayden?
Scott Sharp wants to know if you're going down to for the 4th.
Yes, sir. Me and Miss Patriots coming down. Wrench is coming down. Gonna be a lot of people there. Aqua Donkey's gonna be there. Bob from B&B might even be there. Or no, he's coming. He's trying to come down in October. So
Yeah, I imagine I'll be working. Man,
try to
Mary's
get you
just
on a
been
plane.
kissing. Mary's just been all sucking up to you right and left, PA. PA's a really great guy. She must really like that haircut. She got nice when you cut that hair.
Annie Stevens, what's going on?
You,
Just
pro-
out
you
with her.
probably you probably remind her of her first love. You got to picture it. It's 1456. The birds are singing. The horses are pulling the sleds. It was a good time. Innocent years.
I was wearing a wig. I was wearing the white curly hair wigs. Honestly, Mary, I wouldn't want you kissing my ass. You know what I mean?
It'd be
That'll ruin
weird.
all the that'll ruin all the fun, and it would be pretty weird.
That'd be like the last thing she did before she shoved you in the oven.
Yeah.
Sorry, Marion. Had to mess with you. Oh, Miss Georgianne.
Couple little chompers there.
That ain't bad dirt.
No, not so far.
Looks like pretty clean stuff too. Hello, John R. Call in.
Mr.
So
John
John R's.
R., what's going on?
I don't know if you noticed, John R. is completely ignoring JP, even though he's right up like 3 streets down from him.
Oh, I heard that. JP said that last night. No, I
Yeah,
ain't seen John R. yet.
yeah, I know. He's dang near got to chase him down. Hope he's driving the Prius that day. The Mustang might outrun him.
Miss Texas Donna, Miss Georgianne. Yeah, Scott, I can't wait to come down there, brother. Hopefully, I'm going to have my 4-inch dredge with me. We'll see if I can get it in time.
I don't know. Isn't Wrench supposed to have his new one by then?
I think his was shipped out last week. I'm not sure if he got it yet.
I think so. I think so too. Hello, Bird. Uh,
Jennifer, what's going on?
I'm not setting up 2 brand new dredges. It'd probably be an all-encompassing weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up one of them 1,400-pound carts, and I'm going to put two pieces of angle iron on it so I can run the dredge on it and just strap it to it and roll it right into the creek, unstrap it, move the cart out of the way, and I got a plan.
I don't know. I mean, a cart sounds great, but for the actual transportation to the creek, I think you would do better with a good pneumatic wheeled dolly. That way, you only got 2 wheels on the ground, and the dolly is much more maneuverable than a stupid soccer mom cart.
Right.
Really, I'm not calling your idea stupid. It's just I've seen more than a few people try and drag those carts places, and they're
Mm-hmm.
not as maneuverable as a dolly would be. So if you got a decent dolly with some bigger pneumatic tires, you'd probably be able to run over logs and sticks and things of the nature much easier.
Bye, Cindy. Thanks for stopping by.
Have a
Yeah,
nice day,
I went
Cindy.
out. I went out with WK Prospecting, Walt, and we strapped this to a cart. He got it. He had it all set up in the back of a trailer. We rolled it out, rolled it down the bank, got it in the creek, towed it out of the bank with the truck on a hitch. You know what I mean? Somebody just got in the back and came right out, man, in and out. It was so easy, and we had a good time. It was the first time I went dredging, so that was cool.
Get
Has
you one
what's
of
going
those
on, buddy?
get you one of those little 400-pound winches from Harbor Freight or 1,200-pound winches from Harbor Freight and like 3/4 of a mile a line. Have somebody go back to the truck and just start hitting pole,
Yeah,
pole. Dang it! AAA saying
it'll
Minley uses an e-bike and rides it down as like a trailer.
nice. That'll work too. It's a pretty nice bag from Brad. Another couple nice pictures.
Well, Mary, if Chaz is out there working in this heat, you better freeze him some special treats when he gets home. Give him a foot massage and surprise him with a new tarantula.
She's like, never.
I doubt he's getting a foot massage or a tarantula. She could fix him up a nice little treat for dessert or something though.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Did Mary ever get the place they were talking about?
I'm not sure.
Neither am I.
Haven't talked to her in a while, to be honest with you.
Sometimes I feel bad spend so much time messing with her. I'm like, crap, we never even have real conversations. I do know if anybody's looking, Mary has a community post up about some paydirts for sale. 120 a gram shipped. Obviously, there's smaller stuff available, but she does have some paydirts for sale.
I am
And
not sure, but my daughter called me and said she wanted to get me a bag of pay dirt for Father's Day. So I told her to contact Mary. I'm not sure if she did or not, but I might be getting a Mary pay dirt.
oh, that'd be nice. Does your daughter have a different last name than you, so we know it doesn't have like some anthrax or something in it?
No, she's got the same last name.
Nobody, nobody really wants the CPA open up a bag of dirt and a little white puff and fall over dead on the floor. Then we got a dead guy screaming for the next 45 minutes.
My phone will cut off before then, so it'll probably only
Yeah,
be 10 minutes.
yeah, wonderful, wonderful. Samsung update. The phone will break down before then.
Nothing from her?
Oh, Mary, you gotta give the hardworking man a foot massage, or at least make him his favorite cake or something. Nice cold piece of German chocolate cake when it's nice and hot outside. Mmm.
Mary said, no one has gotten a hold of me since March. Check your email, Mary. I think her screen name is Angel.
Hello, Ohio River History Shane. Good to see you.
Shane, what's up, brother? Welcome to the show. Good to see you, man.
Dorothy, hello.
Yeah, we were out with Annie Stevens a couple weeks back at the Treasure Hunter rally. That was pretty cool. Good times.
Yeah. A couple more years, I'll get more time for fun. I won't be out prospecting with you guys, but I'll have more fun.
Yeah, it was hot out here today, like 92. I got out and cut the grass this morning. Got it done
90,
before the heat. Yeah.
92, 92. I'm
Well,
thinking about breaking out my windbreaker. Early.
100% humidity too, so it's a whole different story, Jack.
I know. Then you
You
start talking.
move, you lift your arm up, and you're sweating.
Then you start talking about that weird ass green mold that grows on the ground. You guys live in a strange place.
Yeah, I guess speaking of that, I gotta power wash my siding.
Yeah,
Got a
see,
poop in the basement.
I'm kind of glad we don't have to do that. Southern California, we get away with stucco, a lot of stucco.
Yeah.
Oh, there's John R.
Hmm.
What's up?
So what gives, man? You're not even gonna go have dinner or a beer with JP?
I just texted him a little while ago.
Yeah, but he's working. You could at least go grab him some deep dish pizza or something. Swing by there.
What's he doing down there,
Steve,
Zach?
He is helping a family member, I believe her grandpa, move.
Cool.
yeah, he's helping Katie's grandpa move to Indiana.
Were you on JP's last night when he was trying to show him the phone with Katie on it, at the computer or whatever he was streaming on?
Yeah, I was there for
No,
that.
I fell asleep early as shit yesterday and missed all of that. I watched it this morning when I woke up.
See, everybody in the country's hotter than me right now. I think our high today is 90.
Right
We had
now it's 91.
Yeah, definitely,
right
Shane. It's definitely like a hair dryer in your face.
right now I'm 87 with 23% humidity.
Wow, lucky you. That's
Yeah,
beautiful weather.
Yeah, lucky you.
we just dealt with 3 days of straight of 30-mile-an-hour winds, so that just sucked all our temp down. Also sucks for
Wow.
the work.
Hmm.
Crash says 101 there.
Yeah, with humidity. AAA's having a heat wave too. He's up to 60.
Yeah, I think my neighbor was mad at me because
Damn.
I didn't cut the grass yesterday. I went prospecting. She had a party next door, and with all the rain we've been getting, I think it's 10, 12 days since I last cut it. I don't think she's too happy with me.
Who cares? It's your lawn,
Yeah,
you know?
CPA, you need to get creative in your requests for Father's Day, anniversary, things like that. You need one of them freaking robot lawnmowers like Narrowway Homestead has that you program the edges and it go. and it just comes out and mows the lawn every now and then.
Mhm.
Have you seen
I need the exercise.
He does. He does. He actually makes money live streaming just camera stopped on top of the mowers. But he does pretty good mower reviews because he's on a homestead. It's a big area with a lot of obstacles. Uh, his little mowers run. I think they run all the time.
We haven't even got to the -8 yet. We're getting all kind of gold.
Nice.
What are you going through, PA?
Brad Thompson, paydirt from he comes on Miller Prospecting.
Okay.
Not bad at all, man.
Nice. Nice. What are you up to, Zaxxon?
Lazy day, I guess.
That's how it's been for me.
I'll
A lot of
happily
garnet
vanish.
fame.
I'll happily vanish to go do some work, but there ain't been nothing worthy.
Hey, you want to fly to Chicago and get my other car started for me?
I
Battery,
mean,
I think. I
I
got
mean,
to change it.
I go pretty fast, John. But even at 90 or 100, it's going to take me a while to get to Chicago.
I don't think you're going to get Zach on a plane.
I'll have to. I'll have to take the new truck for that. There's no way the Ford's going to spin up that fast that long.
Yeah.
Would you
I
ever sit
tried
on a plane, Zach?
starting the car the other day,
I think Zach should get on a plane and come
and
down to Down City this week, July 4th.
yeah, there you go. There you go. That'd
Are
be
you
even
making
better.
it,
You could do
John?
that too.
I could, but it
Yes,
won't.
sir. I think I'm going to be there the day before UPA. Possibly. Some things happened at work, and I'm on vacation right now.
Is it paid?
Right now it is, yeah.
Oh, so they haven't figured out you lit it yet.
This one is a completely round ball of gold. Completely round ball of gold.
Are you getting fired, John, or did your equipment get all tore up?
No. No, 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 no.
Getting fired is not cool.
No, well, it's a vacation for me. We'll put it that way.
All right. I guess we had a physical altercation in one of the local parts stores a week or so ago between the manager and two employees, and the manager's the one who's gone.
Oh my God.
That's how screwed up my town is. The manager gets in a fight with two employees. They throw the manager away. She wasn't bad.
Oh, jeez.
Mega says I volunteer to be fired. My brother did
Uh,
that during COVID. They came out and they're like, oh, some people got to go. We got to reduce employees. Who wants to volunteer? We said, volunteer.
uh,
Huh. I'm gonna have to talk to my daughter about that, Mary. She said she was going to contact you.
Not me, you guys. Mary made the comment she actually misses that cool weather from Ohio. I'll take the heat. It's miserable, but I'll take the heat.
I wouldn't mind the heat if it wasn't so humid, man.
It's not bad if it's not humid. You can find shade. You're doing good. It's
Like
just
all
that
last week.
it's just the brightness of the sun when you step out into it is ridiculous. Hello, D3.
yeah, it is.
D3, what's up, brother?
Anybody who's been to the Southwest, I know Brad Hayden has. Anybody who's been to the desert Southwest, when you get out of the vehicles or whatever, it is just like freaking lava lamp. It's not even fun.
Yeah.
Or not good description.
I think our
Oh, boy,
air
Rob, what's going
conditioner's
on?
been on.
Sure, Mary. Why not?
Yeah,
Going through some Brad Thompson pay dirt.
my little cooler runs nearly 24/7.
Yeah. Hmm. Pia, did you get your shipping information yet for your dredge?
No, I'm gonna call them tomorrow. I got mine from Gold Fever Prospecting because it
Yeah.
was free shipping. So
Right. That's smart.
I saved $600.
That's smart. I would have done the same. That's just like
Well,
Gold Hog says you get free shipping on I think $4.99 plus, I believe, purchases. They got to be $500 or more. So
in the next 2 weeks here, any of your larger companies will be doing their 4th of July sales.
And I don't know how they're doing it because the dredge is the same price as it was on Keen's website. So I don't know how they're getting away with that. They must have some kind of deal with shipping.
really,
Yeah.
What website did you buy it from?
Gold Fever Prospecting
hmm.
out of Nevada.
Wow.
Doesn't
Wonder how
seem
many
like
boxes it's going to be in.
I think it comes in like 3 boxes.
Hmm.
I was hoping to have it by the time we go to Thermal City, but if not, we'll have to run it somewhere else. It's
Quiet.
made in voyage.
Yeah. I don't think I'll have the high banker before that because I still haven't even got shipping information that it was shipped yet. It's just sitting there.
I heard Doc sold the company. I don't know how true that is, but
Yeah, he don't work there anymore. It's somewhere else, but it's still in Georgia though,
yeah.
or somewhere out that way. I think it's in Georgia because that's where he used to go prospecting all the time.
Aquadonkey was just down there with Gator, and he got to get to Georgia, and I wanted to get down there myself, man. Just couldn't get the time.
Ah, okay, that's cool. I wouldn't mind going to Georgia as well. That'd be pretty cool. I heard Aquadonkey's going to be with us in Thermal for the 4th.
Yep. Brewers,
Really?
Benzo might stop down. Chef V's going to be there. JP,
Yeah.
Scott Sharp.
Yeah, Scott Sharp and Brewers are going to be there. I just talked to Brewers this morning during my
Yeah,
premiere, and him and I were talking, and I'm like, "Hey, where are you going to be for the 4th?" I'm like, "I'm going to be
the
out your
empty,
way,"
yeah,
and he's like, "Oh,
the
I'll be
empty,
camping at Thermal." I did not know that.
the empty Panner might be stopping by, and he lives in the area, not too far from there.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah,
That's freaking awesome.
it's going to be a big old party.
Hell
Frank's going to be
yeah!
there.
Yeah, very cool. I'm still debating what day I'm going to leave. I don't know if I'm going to leave the 1st, the 2nd, the 3rd. Well, no matter what, I want to leave before that. So I think you're leaving the 2nd, right? You're going to be there on the 3rd, if I remember.
Uh, I'm leaving the morning of the 3rd.
The morning of the
Up,
3rd. Okay.
I should be there by 1, 2 o'clock, 3 at the latest.
I think for
On the
traffic, your
3rd.
best. I think your
On the
ba-
third, yeah.
your I think for traffic, your best bet would be the night of the second, John, and drive down for the third, because the third
Oh
is going to
yeah.
be a
If
traffic day.
yeah, if I leave, I'm either gonna leave the first because I'm gonna have Nugget with me as of right now, and it's gonna take me a little extra time to get down there. And I'm probably gonna leave probably about 10 o'clock at night. This way I could do most of my driving at night because traffic during the day is going to suck.
Shove a couple Benadryl
And
down that dog's throat, and you'll really make some time at night.
uh, I heard I-40, where I-40 was one lane, they had another mountain slide, and now I-40 is actually blocked going both ways where I have to travel through. So
It's all the way down on the I-40.
I-40 towards Asheville
Wow.
Yeah, you're
is
coming from the west. I'm going to
closed.
miss all that.
Yep. So I'm going to have to find a new way to get around that, and I won't know a way to get around it till I get down there.
John,
They said it's going to be about 2 weeks before it's
the
open again.
the I-40 freeway on the west coast starts in my town about a mile and a half from me.
No shit.
There's a sign on the beginning of the freeway on the first on ramp or whatever. It says, it might be Raleigh, North Carolina, or some city, North Carolina is like 3,500 miles or 2,300 miles or something like that there. And there's a sign down there in whatever city, North Carolina, uh, where the freeway ends that says to my town. I'll take a picture of it. They're all saying I-40 is closed. You better find a new route.
You
Yeah.
have North Carolina signs in California, dude? That's crazy.
Well, it's just they just put a sign at the very beginning of the freeway, how many miles you can go to the city at the end of the freeway.
Yeah, see, even Scott Sharp is saying I-40 is closed right there.
Yeah, that's going to suck. Shouldn't be too bad, though.
Yep.
Should be a way around.
I'm hoping there's detour signs or something, because the shitty thing is right past where it's probably blocked. Within like an hour, I could be at Thermal. Now it's probably going to take me another hour out of my way, and yeah,
Nah, a lot of roads around there, dude. You'll be all right. Scott, you're coming from the
I
west,
hope.
too, right? I think he comes from the west, from Tennessee.
I would be coming, yeah. Well, no. Well, the way I'm going, yes.
You just need to
I'm going
invest in a.
down. The way I'm going is 65 south from Chicago, 8094 to get to 65 when I get into Indiana. 65 go to Louisville, Lexington, and then I'll be in, I think Knoxville is the next one, and then from
When you
there I'm
when
on I-40 from
when you
Knoxville.
see when you see JP, ask him where to go. We'll tell you where to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask him because I'll have to find out.
John, need to get you to step up the game and be the first prospector showing up to events in a Cessna. Get you
What?
a little get you a little 182 or something so you can take some gear and passengers. And nah, I'm just gonna fly down. I don't deal with none of that traffic. Traffic's for the poors.
Yeah, I wish. I'd have to hire a pilot.
Fly it
Scott
yourself.
Sharp. Scott Sharp might know a way around it too.
I tell you what,
Thanks,
if you,
D3. I appreciate it.
as a general rule of thumb, if you can navigate traffic in a congested city, you can handle flying. Helicopter might be a little different, but
Yeah,
if you
just a little
if you
bit.
can, if you can keep all the fenders in your car in any congested American city, you're doing pretty good.
I just found out my boss has a helicopter. He bought a used Huey He's got a Huey, dude. It's crazy.
Shit, dude. Well, whose ass do you have to kiss to become the boss? We need helicopter money.
Right? I was just gonna say, man,
Yeah.
yo, Mike, can you give me a ride to North Carolina on the Huey, dude? And then come pick me up in 3 days?
Yeah,
Epic game boss.
anybody hear the story of the Alaskan bush pilot goes pick a bunch of guys up out of the bush. They start loading stuff in the plane. He's like, no, we're overweight. No, we can do it. Load a bunch of crap in the plane. They go to take off, crash during takeoff. And the guy looks over the wall. Well, how far did we make? About 100 feet farther than last year.
I'm going to ask JP if I should bring my boss buddy to do our cleanups because I think it works pretty damn good.
Yeah, bring it,
John
dude. We'll hook it right up at my camp.
There you
John
go.
Scott Sharp says he's going through Newport, Tennessee to Hot Springs, North Carolina. That's his route.
In fact, I'll be driving right past Sharp, I believe, on my way.
Cutting out a little bit.
Won't I be?
I thought that was Stephen Hawkins there for a minute.
What'd you say, John?
I think I'll be driving right past Sharp, too, on my way.
He says he's going Newport, Tennessee to Hot Springs, North Carolina. If you're driving through, pick him up. Save on gas. Well, I got something all you California haters will love. Supposedly on the first of the month, they're going to tack another 60 cents onto our gas price.
Nice.
Hey,
Sounds like Pennsylvania.
I was happy, dude. We were down to $3.95. I'm loving this low gas at $3.95. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, it only takes $100 to fill my truck now. Pricks.
Uh,
Right? I was up in Luzerne County, PA yesterday, and I got gas for $3 a gallon. But it was cash. I had to have cash. Thankfully, I had some cash on me from the trip. Some fines in there.
But, yeah, I just discovered that a week or two ago. We were coming home and I didn't feel like driving, so I had my helper driving, and I was trolling my phone. I'm like, crap, gas is going up 60 cents a gallon.
He tried to get away. Look at that guy. Get in there.
I can tell you this though: if anybody who's self-admittedly is a politician breaks down and I get the pleasure of servicing them, they're not going to like the end result.
They're gonna get hammered.
I've been a mechanic for a long time. That's going to be a big bill. Oh no! You see, the flux capacitor is definitely damaged. And spark plug wires are too long. The transponder. You're lucky
And
you
a
made it.
politician will buy that, Zach. They'll buy that right off the bat, dude. All right, just fix it.
He's lucky he made it this far. There's not another garage for like 50 miles. 285 Mystic must be nice. I own, counting the off-road trucks, which almost never get driven, I own 3 trucks with 26-gallon tanks and 1 truck with a 34-gallon tank.
When I was down North Carolina last year, gas was $2.87 a gallon or $2.85 in some spots. You know, when I was broke down there, I was a part-time resident. Mystic, what's going on, bud?
I don't think I've seen 280 a gallon since late 08, early 09, something like that.
It's funny.
Even...
They always put these big taxes on the gas in states and say it's for road repair, but the roads are still shit.
Are you kidding? There's a couple of roads down here that are rougher than the dirt roads in the desert. I'm like, hang on, suckers, you're going for a ride. I'm not
gone over
kidding.
Monday. Nice.
we got this one particular street in town. It's on a hill and there's a flat street in the middle of this hill. So there were little dips there, to channel the rainwater or whatever. Nobody slows down for this thing. So they continuously put potholes in it, right where the suspension loads up. The car is bouncing on it. So I don't know if they did it intentional or not. They put like a 6-inch wide speed bump when they patched the pothole. I don't know if they just put extra material or what, but all the way across that side, it's like a speed bump. I was talking to my daughter who drives a smaller, lighter car when I realized that, and I'm like, "You went airborne off of that, didn't you?" No. How many feet in the air did you get? I know for a fact she went flying because I know how she drives. She basically got air on it before. Oh, grasshopper.
Welcome, Grasshopper.
$35 road use tax for plates.
Wow. I shouldn't say nothing, but the phone's staying on.
The what?
Got some black
Thank
sand in this
Sharp's
stuff
going to be
later.
headed down there.
Thank you for stopping by, Grasshopper. We appreciate it. 19 awesome people in the house.
From what I hear, New Mexico has some of the worst roads.
Yeah, so Miss PA is coming out on the next 3 adventures, man. So that's pretty cool.
Very nice.
She's coming out for the 4th of July. She's coming out for JP's Bass, and she's coming out for the Fall Rendezvous.
Nice.
Is she going to dig with you, or is she going to go explore nature and look for rocks and stuff?
She likes her little adventure sluice and a little bucket, like a little 1-gallon bucket. And if she gets the inkling, she'll jump out there in the creek. You know what I mean? And do a little bit. As long as it's easy digging.
Well, I guess you got to ask yourself the age-old question: if you're finally getting the wife to go with you, are you going to salt the pay dirt, or are you going to salt the dirt? Just a little sprinkle, get the fever started.
Right. She found some last year when we were down. Almost a quarter gram. Matter of fact.
Damn.
That ain't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Who was it? I was on somebody's. I was on
She said, "I'll
somebody's.
run it." Sorry. She said, "I'll run it, and you pan it out." I said, "Okay."
Deal. I was on somebody's stream the other couple days ago. They were asking about how the gold was somewhere else, and they claimed they were on a spot that gave them 30 grams last month. I made the comment to him. I said, if you're on a spot that gave up 30 grams in a month, you better stay on that spot.
Right. And frequent it more often.
Well, 30 grams a month, we're pretty close in quitting your job area and going full-time mining.
Right. Especially at today's prices.
Well, today's price is 30 grams a month. That's over $5,000. That's not shabby, especially if you're only doing it a day or two a week. And so if you went full-time mining, you got to figure you're probably double it. 10 grand a month, you can't live on that. You need to adjust your spending.
Yeah. That'll pump up your savings account.
Dorothy says that was on Bent Forks Live.
This bag is not disappointing at all, guys. I would recommend you go get one from them.
Doesn't look like it. Mary says she thinks they leave the roads in her state bad so they can catch the drunks. And her rationalization behind that, and this is quote, telling you that's how they catch the drunk drivers, because drunks drive right through the potholes and us sober people swerve. Be back in just a second.
Yeah, Grasshopper, come on over. We'll all be there, man. It's going to be a big time party.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun too.
I heard Benzo might even be coming. Don't know how true that is, but he's in the neighborhood.
Yep, he's close.
Chef B said he might stop by for a day trip on Saturday, so
Sure, he will. Definitely. He did the last time I was there. After
it was real.
Monkey Fest.
It was really cool getting to meet Georgianne and her husband out in Ohio. She made a special trip just to meet us, me and Wrench and Donkey, which was really cool.
Awesome. Met her right before she met you guys.
Yeah. I did pretty good at that raffle down there too. I won like 4 times.
Nice.
I won that nugget.
Hmm. I won a few
There
times
was
at
a
Rose Monkey Fest. Not a whole lot, but a few times.
there was a lot of ticks down there at that Ohio place though.
Oh yeah. Sure there was.
Yeah, so we went out yesterday and Bob took me to a place where there was glacial till in Pennsylvania. And I'm just used to the square jagged rocks, and there was a
Yeah.
bunch, like a whole gravel ball full. It was tough digging too, man. Digging down into it, you know. I mean, I knew it was only going to be flood gold, if that, or fine specks. And sure enough, we found some, man, but not a whole lot. Maybe 10, 15 specks all day.
Yeah.
But it was good to get out. Nice shady spot. We lucked out too. It was like, you know, tree covered, and it was kind of warm, but it wasn't as warm as the city. When I got up the mountains, I felt the cool breeze. I was like, cool. This is going to be a good day.
Mm,
We checked like three different spots, I think, and
that's the good thing about being
uh,
up in the mountains. It's a hell of a lot cooler
yeah.
in the city. Trying to get all this magnetics out of my material here so I could rerun it all.
Yeah, I've been separating all my tailings to run through the Flower Go Wizard Sluice. I just ordered a 30, a 50, 30, and a 50 mesh.
Classifiers?
Yeah. What's up, Brendan?
Yeah.
Little time mining in the house. What's going on, man?
I just upgraded my magnet pickup tool. I got some new magnets for it and decided to change it just now. And that's how I'm doing it right now. So far, it's working pretty good with the upgraded magnets on it.
Cool.
I've already ran this stuff down the sluice, but I don't know if there's any more gold on it. And I think there is because I was running it I ran a bunch of material down it, and I'm sure the cells were probably blocked up. So I'm gonna get most of the black sand out of it, and then run it down the Boss Buddy here, and then I'll get rid of this material just to see if
Yeah,
there's
I'm doing
any
the same thing.
chance.
Probably the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna go live a little earlier, maybe 6:15, and
Yeah,
get out on the back deck and run it.
no, I still have all my paydirts from the last 4 years to run.
That's a lot, dude. That's a lot.
Get rid of it.
Yeah, I got like 3 or 4 5 gallon buckets, half full with cons. I'm gonna classify them
Yeah,
down, get rid of the bigs, and run them all through the Flower Gold Wizard troops.
there you go.
Because I haven't got a chance to use that yet.
Mark the bird hunter's in the house. Hello, Mark.
What's up, Mark? Nice you to stop in, brother. It's got to be the first time you're ever here because you don't have no wrench.
Damn.
Oh, little time.
Oh yeah, Brennan said he might stop by too. Him and Scott Sharp, they're going to be running down Box Creek, and I'll tell you what, if they're going down Box Creek, I might come back over and renew my membership and go down there with him if I have my dredge. Box Creek got some good gold.
Really?
Box Creek got some good
Oh, I
gold.
told Scott. I told Brewers that I might go out with him one day. With him and Sharp.
Yeah. Wonder if I got to call Walt. I think they're coming too. WK. I think they're coming by too. WK Prospect.
Wow.
Sounds like it's gonna be a good old event.
Yeah, it's going to be a big event. It's going to be 10, 15, maybe 20 channels there. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Maybe not that much, but you know.
So I'm guessing I'm gonna probably have to bring my wagon because if you're bringing, if you get your dredge, you'll be in the river more than anything, right?
Yeah, you can back right up to the creek there, though, dude. There's a road that goes down to a beach, and you can unload everything right there and then pull back out, like right next to the water.
Yeah, that's true.
I need to teach
Yeah,
that dog.
WK is coming. Scott said.
Need to teach that dog of
Okay.
John's to just start pulling everybody's stuff up and down from the creeks. Come on, Nugget, we got some food at the top of the hill. Pull.
Yeah, that's what I like about Thermal City, man. You back right up, right down onto the beach, man, and unload all your stuff, pull right back down on the beach, and load it back up and get it out of there.
Yeah. I didn't use it the last time we were there. JP used his truck. We just loaded everything up on the truck and drove down there, dropped everything off, and he took off with the truck.
Yep.
But I'm saying if we're gonna go in the river, I know there's that little ramp right there by the river too, by the panning station. I
Ah,
might bring the
Mary
whatchamacallit there.
was was Mary misbehaving again?
No, but I just had to. Yeah, she was harassing Mark, so I had figured out her ass her. Just she'll be back in about 40 seconds with a whole list of new insults. Don't worry.
What did you time her out?
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
I made Zach a manager moderator.
Oh god.
She got me on somebody's the other night, probably Benzo's, because I don't have a wrench over there.
Oh jeez.
It's all in good fun, Mary.
Yeah, she keeps doing it for 10 seconds. She keeps doing it for 10 seconds, though. And by the time I go to type again, she's just like, ha ha. And I'm like, crap. Didn't even see it. Start timing up for a minute.
God.
Wonder where Wrench is.
Wrenches.
You've been working late. Maybe he's still at work.
Yeah, might be.
Nah, it could have been JP's. Nah, Wrench late on Sunday. Wrench wouldn't be working. He's probably doing his family time.
True.
Wrench falls in that unfortunate middle-aged category of nobody knows how to do a damn thing except for you. I hate being in that category. Nobody can accomplish shit except for you. Surrounded by idiots, I swear. PA knows that category. You got capable in-laws, PA? Your son-in-law's
Oh
decent?
yeah. Oh yeah. They're all self-sufficient, which I love.
I'm the only one in my group that can accomplish anything. It's annoying. I know 4 or 5 different people like that. They're like, yeah, it's annoying as shit. Stupid ones too. Don't have kids, John.
I tried to show them.
I think I'm gonna
Tried
go.
to teach him. My one son became an electrician because I used to take him to work with me.
My son's pretty capable.
My
He,
stepson,
he,
rather.
he can do a lot. He's only 17. He can do a lot, but I'm just stuck in that category where it's nothing can be accomplished to an acceptable level unless you do it yourself. Hoping that doesn't
All right, guys.
last you.
I'm gonna go eat.
All right.
All right,
Thanks
John.
for
I'll
stopping
be
by,
in
brother.
chat and I'll come back up. So I'll go eat. I'll be in chat though, and then I'll come
All right,
back
John.
up.
All right, John.
All right, guys. See you in a little bit.
Looks like a lot of heavies in those sands.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of black sand and fine gold too. More than happy with this bag though from Brad, man. Awesome bag.
Good.
Gold in every pan.
I don't bother blocking people generally, Mary. I block 2 or 3 that are annoying me in my own comments on my shorts, but for the most part, I won't block people. I just no longer have a use for them.
Yeah, I just don't respond to them anymore.
Yeah,
I got
you
a
know.
couple. I got a handful of people blocked that were being idiots, and other than that, I just don't pay attention to them, or I make fun of them, one or the other.
Yeah, it's not worth the time. Let them be mad.
I just found out that I'm going to be a great grandfather.
Ain't you still in your 50s?
Yeah,
Holy shit! So if you live another 16 years, there's a possibility you'll be a great great grandfather.
yeah. I'm telling you, it's a contest with these kids, man. Who can have the most kids? But I love it though. I knew it was coming.
Yeah, because you
My
get to go away at the end of the evening. You're like, well, time to go.
my grandson just got married, a couple months ago, and in March, and they just announced that they're going to be having a baby. So I guess they've been busy, but that's cool.
At least they're married.
Hmm. Yeah, all my kids except for one were married. No, two. I'm sorry, two got married shortly after. The one did. Yeah, Mary. Taz already told us.
She'll be one of those 56s.
Coming up on 700 years old. Crazy. Oh my God.
And you guys say she's actually nice in person?
That's old as dirt. She's a sweetheart, man. She'll get mad at me for giving up the tapes on her, but she's definitely a sweetheart. In chat, not so much.
Georgianne says she's old enough to be Mark's mother.
Yeah, man, you ain't lying there, John R. That's older than dirt.
Mark's latching onto the mother thing. He's like, "Mommy, is that you?"
Uh-oh. It's like Mary was a partier. Son, where you been all these years?
Yeah, when the garage needs painted or the yard needs cleaned, son, where you been? When it's all done, get out of here. So after Rob's stream last night, he wanted me to play him a couple of games of chess. Uh, I wasn't super tired. I didn't work hard that day. So I logged on and played him. The last time I played him, he mollywomped me 3 games straight because I kept getting distracted. So we played another 2 games. I dropped his score like 40 points and beat him twice.
Yeah, I just made an account today. I'll be up to see you guys.
You'll win off of me. I apparently suck. I get lucky every now and then, though. I'm down to, I've been hovering at like 430s, 450s.
I used to sit when I was younger. I used to sit there. I got hurt at work. I was out of work for a year, so I used to go to my cousin's house, and he was like a freaking grandmaster, dude. He was really, really good, and we used to play every day, man. And I got really good. So I played my first game last night, and I got my ass tuned up by this dude, man. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I was better than this. So now I got to get used to playing again.
Oh, if you're talking on chess.com, that's
Yeah,
because you don't get rated until after 4 games, and they're gonna throw. They're just testing you to see where your ranking is, and then once you get your ranking, you play within 20 or 30 points of your ranking. And if you're beating everybody there, then your ranking goes up and you play better
right.
people. And if you're sucking, then your ranking goes down and you play suckier people. I was up at By the time I got done being ranked, I was a 640 or something like that. And then Rob came in and smacked me around quite a bit. And then I went on a losing streak and I dropped down into the 450s ish. I played a couple of games before your stream, waiting for your stream. with another guy that was 430s. They were fun games. Uh, he got me 2 wins to 1. I only beat him once, but they were good games. He was a good player and he's paid attention to it. Uh, but there's a few different people on there. Riddles Relics is on there. I haven't played him yet. Later, Ohio. Uh, it's
See
something
you,
to do.
Shane. Thanks for
It's
stopping by, brother.
it's good. It's good brain food because it's. I haven't played in so long or played with anybody decent in so long or anything like that. Just remembering your strategy and all that.
Hmm.
Basically, I hadn't played in so long. I only really remembered what the players did.
Yeah, I was
And,
like, I know what to do here, and then it
and then,
didn't materialize.
yeah, and then you're like, oh crap! I just gave up my queen.
Yep.
Yeah, so dumb little mistakes like that are tagging me. The first night I played Rob, we played 3 games straight, but my phone was ringing, my house was bugging me, and my focus level was just gone. Last night, I guess Rob was streaming it. I was sitting there playing him on one of these games, and I was just looking around, and I'm like, hey, wait a minute. These 2 pieces have been in the same spot for like 10 moves, but if I move one of them, it's a checkmate.
Hmm.
They were just hanging out. I'm like, oh, I moved my rook 1 space, and it's a checkmate. I'm sure he was as surprised as that about that as I was. I just didn't. I wasn't paying attention.
Hmm. Good game, man.
It's something to do. Keeps the brain active. I think that's the first pan of dirty dirt that came out of that bag, or is that a different bag?
Same bag. It's been getting dirtier as we go, getting down to the bottom.
Still nothing like a Vendetta or a Big Texas, though. I always do pour off pans on those. I haven't done any Culver dirt in so long, I don't even remember if it's still dirty.
Yeah, I told him I wanted a bag last week, and I forgot to send the money to him. I got to send it to him. And his shirt, Culver shirt. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while in a lot. Neither. So
He comes and goes. You got to remember they get such bad winter weather. I wouldn't blame them for running away from the house as soon as spring comes around. I mean, his not that I know what winter is, but his winter's like 3 months longer than yours.
right. Yeah, he gets snow up until like May or early June.
I know I had my cooler serviced before the snow melted off of his ground.
Are you up high, Zach? In the mountains? Mountainous areas?
No, I'm about 2,000 feet. My town is. I live in a valley inside of a valley, so it's like. Hang on a second. I wonder what all the barking was about. My dog's out there screwing with some stray dogs through the fence. No, I live in a valley inside of a valley, so it's like we're in an old volcano cauldron or whatever, a big valley, and then we're in a little valley inside of that. That's why all the weather misses us. No, Hober Rob, 2000's not high for us. I fairly regularly hit 4,000 on one of my runs. There's a place I'm at a lot is at about 1,800 feet, and just outside of it, there's a 17-mile long hill that the elevation's over 400 or 4,000 at the top. I go up that a couple times a month at least, sometimes a couple times a week. Oh, I'm sorry. That place I'm at regularly, the elevation is 942 feet, and at the top of the hill, it's over 4,000. My town
Wow.
is at 2,175. Brad Hayden
Hayden
said
found.
Utah gold. That's rare.
Yeah.
Yeah. See if anybody else wants. It takes a while to hit elevation east or west from me. I got to go about 60 miles to hit elevation east or west of me. But north or south of me, the elevation starts climbing nearly instant.
Are you gonna hold that?
Sure. PA's over there, 30 foot above sea level.
Yeah, right. If that.
Are you really low?
Yeah, I mean Jersey's pretty flat, and then Philly's flat, and then it starts going up a little bit from there. And I really don't know the elevation around here, but can't be more than 500 feet, 600 feet maybe. They were worried about there was a volcano over on a Spanish island on the other side of the Atlantic there, and there's a rift at the top of the mountain, and the whole island is a volcanic island. And there was a rift at the top of the mountain. They were worried about it breaking free and sliding into the Atlantic, and they said that the tsunami would have reached here in Philly. So it can't be that high. It would have ruined like a lot of the East Coast too. Wiped it out. Or flooded it really bad.
If there's a tsunami that bad, and you survive, the rest of the world's dead, so it doesn't really matter.
No, it's just on the East Coast here, and like I said, Jersey's flat, so it would have reached Philly and been about 10 foot deep by the time it got here. So they were saying, but you know how they fear monger.
Absolutely.
Me, just driving 40 minutes away. Like if they said it was coming, I would just go up the mountains to my buddy's house and hang out there till it was over. You know, go up to Poconos.
I know I've said it before, but there were these guys up in Washington that made these tsunami pods. It was freaking hilarious in the comments.
Now he thoughts.
Basically, it was exactly like it sounds, a tsunami pod. It was a little pod that you sat in and you strapped yourself in, and you could put your dogs in there and your supplies and all that. So if a tsunami was coming like that, you're supposed to just go to this thing, strap yourself in the garage, and wait. And just the comments are like, you know what that would do? They're like, put a ball in a clothes washer and watch it while it spins, because that's what a tsunami is. They were selling people that. It was ridiculous. It was hilarious.
It would be pretty fun. Hope it
The
had
comment
seatbelts.
It did. The comment section was hilarious because I'm watching this video and they named the type of metal that it was made out of. And I was like, what the hell kind of metal is that? I'm not an idiot for that kind of stuff. And so I had to look it up. It was some metal out of the Superman comic series. Some friggin' unobtainium or something like that. It was hilarious in the comments. And it was real. Second to pissing off the vegans, that was one of the funnest one of the funner trolling events I had for people I just plain didn't know. Pissing off the vegans is good fun, man. You know, where they're over there trying to stop the cattle trucks and things like that.
Yeah, I'm a secondhand vegan.
Huh?
I'm a secondhand vegan.
Not by choice.
No, the cow eats the grass, and then I eat the cow.
Oh yeah. It's just like when somebody offers me my salad. It's if I ate a salad, I'd be stealing food from my food. Yeah, if you ever get bored and you got plenty of time to play with the comments, go over to any one of the vegan videos where they're like trying to stop the trucks or the inhumane treatment of the animals. You know, they're trying to stop the semis and all that. I got on it on this dude was passing out hot dogs across the street from where they were trying to stop pig trucks from pulling into the pig plant. Holy crap! You talk about a good. The comments were already rolling, and I just went in there, you know, shook up the grenade, opened the door, threw it in, and closed it, and I had
Laughed.
I had tons of fun after that. They were commenting on me. You know, I can tell you a couple of keywords that pisses them off. When you refer to an animal like a pig or a chicken or, you know, something that we would eat as food stock, oh, they get mad. They that touches a really special place. And then, you guys are harassing the food stock. Hey, you can just, you know, obviously you can't see these people, but you know they're blue haired, just frizzed on the other side of the computer. It was one of those ones. There were so many comments. YouTube stopped notifying me of comments. But that's a question I got for you guys and you chat people. My comments on YouTube suck. They did something to the algorithm where I always have, you know, 950, 100 things on my bell, but when I'm commenting on people's videos, I don't get any comment reactions back.
Yeah, me neither.
They just stopped. It was weird. I was wondering if anybody else had that.
I'll see what's going on with that, Mary. I told her, I said, you don't have to buy me a bag of pay dirt, Jess, but if you want to, email Mary. So maybe she ran into some trouble or something. I don't know. With the money. So maybe it'll be later. Mary said, all my comments get a like. I don't know about that, Mary.
And she knows that for a fact because she's the one who likes them.
Right? Texas Donna said food stock. They wear everything made from animals and plastics.
Oh no, but if you refer to those poor little animal lovers, if you refer to those pigs heading into slaughter as food stock, they get hot. Food stock. It's like, yeah, you're asking my food. Leave them poor drivers alone. They're just trying to make a living. But they got hot when you just referred to them as a generic food stock or something like that. And then the arguments you can have with them, you can have your own fun with this. You know, the arguments you can have with them. You guys are putting them in more stress because you're leaving them stuck in the truck on the street. Then the animal gets to the slaughterhouse and you've sprayed your water bottles in there, which sometimes, all depending on the slaughterhouse or whatever, if they start giving them liquids in the trailer when they're heading into the slaughterhouse can deny the load because they don't know what they've just given this pig. They don't know if they've contaminated the meat or not, or chickens or whatever. Well, that was my point, Donna. Refer to the meat the same as vegetables. I call them food stock, so they can deny the load. So in theory, these animals that went over to slaughter, They just sprayed their waters or whatever in there. So the farmer has to take them back to the ranch and put them down. They're no good to him anymore. He's not going to feed an animal he's not getting paid for. He's going to break out a box of 22 and finish the situation. If you're ever bored and you have time for comments, it's good fun.
Make bacon.
Oh, there's so many on there. I mean, there's another particular group of people that you can have a whole lot of fun with too, but we have some of them in our community. And I'm not talking about weird people or anything like that. Just there's another group of people that don't like treatment of animals a particular way. They get mad, real mad.
Got some fine gold in here, boy.
Well, Donna, if you ever want to get into a fun troll fight, go find you some
vegans,
some vegan videos. They come out in force. I'm not talking. There's 2 or 3 of them. They'll come out 10 or 15 deep. Just be prepared for the outcomes, because some of them will dox you. But if you don't care, then it doesn't matter.
Doxing.
You know what doxing is?
Yeah, I know what doxing is.
Yeah, but if you don't care, you can have a good old laugh.
I got doxed quite a few times.
Oh, I've doxed people up for fun.
By Antifa scumbags.
I didn't release them or do anything, but every now and then I'll dox the people in comments just because I'm bored. And I don't expose none of it. I just, playing with the troll skills and seeing if I can figure out who and where they are. I messaged a dude off of the gun channel I was hanging out on. I sent him his address. And he's like, "What?" And I said, "Yeah." And then I told him his wife's name and, what he paid for his house and his wife's phone number and all that good stuff. And he says, "Damn, dude." I said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, what's your name, since you already pulled up mine?" I told him. I was just bored killing time. I was killing time. I did Mike Vendetta because I was bored. Hello, Miner.
Jason E. Been a long time, brother. Welcome to the show.
We all get more than enough information to be doxxed just in regular chats.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Then if you throw anything like Stupid Book or any of that into the equation, you've given anybody everything they've ever needed. I mean, the Google reverse image lookup is so good now. If you got your camera pointed at anything besides ground and sky, you can look that picture right up and know where they are. You got to be.
That's how people steal people's mining spots.
You got to be pretty deep in the woods and pretty shady with that camera work, because if you put one mountain or something in there, they'll track it down to the thing. Sure, I told the story. I was watching one video. There was like some conservatives and some Democrats or whoever fighting online. They were just trolling with each other or whatever. And as a joke, the conservatives put up this American flag waving in the sky, and it was just a live stream of the American flag waving in the sky. The other group went so far as to bring in an astrologist or whatever they are, the people who stare at the skies or at the stars. So they brought in somebody who was an expert in that. He figured out about where they were. Then they drove around honking their horns until they heard it in the video, found the place, went and pulled down the flag. That's how far they went, was to find the installations in the sky to find that spot.
Wow. Yeah, they kind of. I had a lot of doxing issues. I actually had to sit down at my work about some things that I was doing online. One
At
time,
this job or the last one?
the last one.
Yeah,
I think it's part of the reason I got let go.
probably.
But it was 2 years later, though. So I don't know.
Well, you all it was somebody ran across your content. You probably told them who it was. Somebody ran across your content, politically disagreed with you, and then found whatever necessary reason to get rid of you. They can't fire you over it, but they sure can change contracts that they don't need you for.
Yep. All good though.
Oh, yeah.
Can't stop me. I'll just go get another job somewhere. If not, I'll start doing my own stuff.
There's plenty of work. Yeah, I mean, the good doctors are nuts. I'm not good by any means. It takes me at least 10, 15 minutes to do a person.
I got
Oh, I,
doxed. Remember the truck rally they had going to Washington D.C.
morons, yeah.
a couple of years ago? I got
Yep.
doxed at that.
I mean, they're just, the softwares are so good now. If they get your facial pic, the facial picture is really close, really good. Uh, anything, it's easy to
I
go
got
through.
I got doxed at the Philadelphia Convention Center. I was on the front page of the Inquirer News and all.
Were you?
Yeah, after the 08, the 2020 election.
Yeah. As long as you don't care, then it doesn't matter.
The good old days. Pre-heart attack. It was fun. I had a good time.
As long as you enjoy yourself. Donna says she had to do facial recognition on her last flight. Don't
That's the
don't
last.
don't worry, Donna. It's in the subtext that they permanently delete all facial recognitions after it's confirmed, just for that one simple flight, I assure you. Hey, PA, have you ever seen one of those microwavable forges?
Microwavable forges? No.
I ran across some video. It was a shorts video. This dude had it's just a little thing, mind you, but this dude had a forge that worked in the microwave. I was thinking to myself, huh, a microwave will really get something that hot? And then you think about it, metal's really reactive in a microwave unless it's in a large amount. Like you can microwave a cast iron pan generally, but you can't microwave a spoon or a
I thought you
can.
couldn't put metal in a.
Huh?
I thought you couldn't put metal in a microwave. It'll make it spark up.
Small amounts of metal it does. But you could take a cast iron pan, put it in the microwave, and it won't react. It's too much metal for the microwave to mess with. Um, but this dude had some little tiny forge thing that he stuck in the microwave, and it did its little forge job. And he pulled metal out red hot.
Well,
Maybe I
that's
got
pretty
started.
cool. Speaking
Maybe
of forges, I got a soils inspector at my job site. He just moved down here from New York, and he has two forges for sale for like $150 a piece. They're the old square ones that you plug in. Not old, but the square ones that you plug in, and they heat up to like 2,500 degrees in 30 minutes. So that's pretty cool, man. I think I'm gonna get one for my knives, and I'm gonna see if I can sell the other one for him.
Yeah,
Or if somebody,
microwavable forges. I'm looking at a guide right now. There's a YouTube video, 30-minute video. I mean, is it electric forge or gas?
it's electric.
Electric would really be really good for the coin community, guys.
Yeah, 110 volt. Plug it into a regular wall outlet, and it heats up to over 2,000 degrees in like a half hour. So that's not bad at all.
I mean, as long as it melts metal. I've been wanting to play with some gallium. I believe that's the name of it. It's metal that melts at room temperature, kind of like mercury. Oh, I think it's actually a derivative of mercury, but it's supposed to be semi-safe. I've been wanting to
What is
get
it?
some
Gallium, you said?
gallium, I believe.
Yeah.
It's a hybrid metal. Gallium, Gallium. You can buy it on Amazon, $50 for a 50-gram vial. So it's probably ballparking the weight of gold, maybe a little heavier. The cool thing about it is it at lower temperatures, it's solid, but if you get it above like 86 degrees or something like that, it turns into liquid metal in your hand.
It's not a bad smell.
Gallium melts at 86 degrees Fahrenheit. They claim it's non-toxic and it can be washed out with soap and water. I thought it had some kind of a mercury mix in it though. And there's a bunch of pictures. You can buy it off Amazon. People make different things out of it and melt it down and do it again. All you got to do to melt it's hold it in your hand. I watched one video on it. The dude cleaned off an aluminum bat, part of an aluminum bat, put the gallium on it, and I guess one of its character traits is it'll soak into aluminum and make it brittle. So he did it to an aluminum bat, and then he hit the bat with something or hit the bat against something or whatever, and it exploded. Not
Wow, that's
explode like
crazy.
not explode like an explosion, but it just
Yeah, it just came apart.
fractured, and fell apart. It's just a Mary. It's a metal that melts at 86 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you had it in a cooler room or your refrigerator or whatever, it's a solid piece of metal. When you put it in your hand for a minute, as soon as it gets up to 86 degrees, you're going to be holding liquid metal. It would just be a fidget toy.
So this is what came in that bag. Some real cool garnets, a couple crystals, and a bunch of pieces of peridot. Not a bad
Not
bag,
bad. That's a nice looking pile of gold, though.
right?
Later,
Cool.
Dorothy.
See you, Dorothy.
I'll be back in just a minute.
Took me a while to get through that bag.
Didn't look particularly difficult, so that would be a fun bag.
Yeah. Even though there's a lot of black sand, it wasn't that bad. Cool looking peridot. Cool looking crystals. Nice bag, Brad Thompson. Ugly mug time is doing what's up. Brad Hayden said he's lurking. Appreciate you stopping by, brother. Look at that, man. All my hair is gone. $14 awesome people still hanging out. You could see it when my hair was long too, you know. Hi, Dana. It was just driving me crazy. It was hot and it wasn't doing what I wanted, no matter how much I tried to style it. I said, nah, it's coming back off. This is what I used to look like for 30 years, man. That's probably because I was using Just for Men there. Ugh, it's been a while since I was out digging. I'm a little sore today, man. Anybody get out prospecting this weekend? Yeah, dude, it was too warm. It was getting really hot out at work. We're working in the middle of the field. It's much cooler with this hair. Did you find any gold, Dana? That's the question. Got Creed up in the house. What's going on, brother? Hope all is well. Hope you're out there getting that shiny. Should be all fall out up there by now, right? She did, and she won a picker too. That's awesome. Here's the gold from last week. 1.89 grams.
So you're back down to working 5 days a week?
Yeah, it's going to ramp up though. We lost 5 weeks to weather since I started this job, and they're not willing to give us any more time to get the building built. So it's going to get rough for a while. They wanted us to actually work Saturday, but the site work contractor didn't have anything to do, so we were caught up for now. And he's been working really good. Even though we lost all that time, he's been cutting days off of his tasks and up to 3 days on some of the parts, and we've been getting it done. So we're still a month behind, but again, that's why they're going to make us work the weekends to try and get caught up. I don't know though. We're supposed to be done by like February, March next year.
You got plenty of time.
Yeah. As long as everybody just moves faster than what we have scheduled, we'll be all right. If not, it's going to be a rough couple months at the end.
Racking
At
up
least
that,
it'll be cooler.
huh?
At least it'll be cooler.
Racking up that overtime.
Jeffrey Button. Yep. Hopefully by then, Trump's no tax on overtime will be kicking in by then. Yeah, then we'll be making some money.
Fuck, for as much as I can like and agree on no taxes, I don't think he's got any no tax plans for me.
Alaska, Creed's got a new paydirt out called Mudslide.
Oh,
Hit him up.
you always have to wonder with Creed.
What's going on, Jeffrey Button? How you
Wasn't it
feeling, my
somebody,
friend Jeff?
wasn't he including moose herds in some of them or something?
I don't know about that. Jeff, can't wait to see you again, brother, up there at the Fall Rendezvous. I already got my spot reserved, and me and Miss Patriot are coming up there, so it's going to be a good time.
Will your wife drive your trailer, or is that just all you?
I'm going to teach her. I'm going to teach her how to drive it.
Does she?
She'll be fine. Yeah, she wants to. She'll be fine on the straight runs for now, but out on the highway. But backing up, she's going to need some work. Backing it in a spot or something.
20 years ago, I was running a tow company, and I've always been known to get into some pretty convoluted crap. It's all planned out. I understand how this is all going to work, but I've been known to get into some pretty convoluted crap. So at 23, I'm running this guy's company, and I call him up on the radio. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? What do you want? I need you to go out here and pick up this truck and trailer. And he always gets leery when I'd send him on crap like that. What's wrong with it? Nothing's wrong with it. It's just, there's nothing wrong with it. Bullshit, something's wrong with it. People don't leave good trucks and trailers on the side of the road. I'm like, look, her husband had a heart attack. They pulled over. They came into the hospital on an ambulance, and the truck is sitting on the side of the road. I got the keys for it right here. And you're telling me there's nothing wrong with this truck? No, there's nothing wrong with it. I swear it's good. He went out there in complete disbelief that there was going to be nothing wrong with this truck, because I just sent him with another driver. I had somebody take him out, drop him off at the truck, so he could drive in their truck and trailer, because she didn't know how as well as she wanted to be with her husband or whatever. So the agreement was I was going to transport this to town, basically impound it, store it until she could figure out what was going on with her husband, because that was a far more important thing to her. And we were nice. We charged her for going getting it. It's a company we had to. We didn't charge her for holding it for like a week. Honor told me not to charge her, so we held it for like a week, no problem. And she couldn't drive the thing, and they were from Canada or something like that. They had to have one of their sons, even after her husband was released from the hospital.
Come down and get it. Wow.
He was in the hospital for a couple of weeks, so it stayed with us for a week, and then she paid some motorhome mover to come and get it, take it to a motorhome park it, set it up so she could live out of it while her husband was in the hospital for a couple more weeks.
Wow.
And one of their sons had to come down from Canada and get the truck, trailer, and his parents and drive it back up to Canada, because she couldn't pull the truck or pull the trailer. And I've seen that more than a few times, where something happens to the driver and the wife can't manage it. And it's good for her to know that she can pull it, because we're not even talking about something major. You sprain your hip, sprain your back, something like that. You get all screwed up. It'd be nice to know that she could at least get it down the road and get you guys home. Don't worry about parking.
She'd be able to drive it. She just wouldn't be able to park it in our driveway, because it's a tight turn to get it in here, And Christ, I smashed my truck with it the first time I brought it home. I crushed my truck, man. I hit my truck with it, almost jackknifed it.
It happens.
It had been so long since I backed a trailer in, or any kind of trailer.
Yeah. It happens.
I took it out right after I did that the next day up the street to this parking lot, this empty parking lot that had a couple of lanes in it, and stayed there for like, I don't know, maybe 2 hours. So I was able to back it into the lane, you know what I mean? And then after that I was good to go. So just
Yeah.
getting muscle memory again, you know.
You gotta learn and you gotta practice.
Hey Loretta, what's up? Aqua Donkey, what's going on, man?
But keep digging. Hello, Aqua.
Good to see you, Loretta. Thanks for stopping in. Jason E. Miner up in here. Cool.
Yeah, I haven't had to pull a big one in a long time.
All right, in a couple weeks, brother, we'll be at Thermal City. Can't wait. It's going to be a great event. Nah, it's either 10 or 2 now, Jason. Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. I can't wait. It's going to be a whole gang of people there from the community, which is really cool. You know, JP, Brewers, Benzo, Sheffy, Aquadonkey, Wrench, me, Empty Panner's going to stop by. WK Prospecting's going to be there. Scott Sharp. It's going to be a good time. Should be posted at the top of the page there. Hold on, brother. Give me a second.
That's a good trip. Good tip, Jason.
I don't know why it's not up there. I didn't take it down. Weird.
Wow, Mary's even going after Aqua. I've never even heard Aqua be mean to anybody before.
Down on his back.
There you go. What up?
All right, I'm looking for that. Did I miss it?
Mary, I would say be careful picking on Aqua because out of all of us with our varied skill set, Aqua can write a song about you.
Wow, she's tough, man.
Mm.
Mary's tough.
Yeah, but you got to be careful with the songwriter guys. Before you know it, a song gets made and people aren't happy. I just heard tale of some song. What was it? Brewer? Somebody had a song and he was not pleased about it.
Oh,
Okay,
jeez.
Josh, what's going on, brother?
What up,
Aqua's my
Aqua?
younger brother.
Yeah, I was in somebody's chat and there was a song made about somebody and I threw a comment in there. I'm like, $20 if somebody can give me a video of that song.
Keep digging.
Yeah, you can. Don't give
What's
him too
going
much
on?
shit,
Keep
man.
digging.
He'll cut your cable off.
Cutting the cable's the least of her concerns. He just pulls up with his truck and starts laying cones out in the road and just leave it idling with the rotators on all day.
All
You
right,
won't,
so
you won't get to your house.
Mary said it's not going to work. She don't have cable.
I was already starting to write the song. That's a great idea. Honey, get my notepad. Write a
Right?
song about Mary.
He don't need a notepad. We'll keep it in his head, man, and play it at the next event. He was jamming out at Ohio when we were out there.
Damn musicians.
Bacchus, my friend, what's going on?
Well, Bacchus.
Jason, how's that shoulder doing, buddy? A little better yet?
I think he said he just got out of surgery within the last few days, laying at home hurting.
Again? Another surgery?
Thought he said that higher in chat.
You know, I had rotator cuff shoulder surgery in 2017, and it took me out of the gym. Like I was in the gym for 28 or 30 years, and I couldn't do it no more. And I slept on this couch behind me here
Oh, he
for
said
like
no.
7 months.
January 27th was the last surgery. I'm wrong.
Yeah,
He just
probably
got
just
out.
recovering. If it's anything like mine, he's probably just recovering, man. You know, and I can get it up, but it still feels pingy, you know, in there.
Careful with your choice of words, PA. You start talking about getting it up, and Mary gets all excited on her broom.
She's already excited, dude. Like she's probably, you know.
she's out there throwing some octane booster in the broom right now. She's on. I'm coming for you. Hill's coming with me. That's good, Jason.
No problems in that department, Mary.
What are you getting ready to pan, John?
I'm just getting all the black sand out of my cans.
Separating stuff.
Yeah, it's starting to look like John's getting some digging arms on him.
Come on now.
I don't know. You throw enough shovels full of dirt, you start building your little build.
Mary, get your mind out of the gutter. I met my arm.
Realistically, did you expect anything else? I mean,
No.
even if it wasn't Mary, like not 50% of the chat's gonna latch onto that and run with it in one direction or another.
I expected it much earlier.
I heard Jason E. Minor and GP are going to be at Cottonwood sometime this week.
Funny thing is, I talk dirty in chats and not in person. She's a sweetheart in person, to be honest with you. Isn't she, John?
Who, Mary?
Isn't Mary a sweetheart in person?
Oh, yeah. You know what? she could have fun too. She could have fun and or playing fun. But yeah, she's cool in person.
She's well behaved.
Very well. Very well. Just don't get on her bad side.
And Creed said she paid you to say that. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't make Cottonwood this year. We couldn't make it. Couldn't get the time off.
You and I both. I haven't been there yet this year either. And it's the closest spot for me to go.
Yeah, it
I
kind
still
of
got
sucked last
cons.
time we were there. They didn't have the
Yeah.
showers running or nothing, man. It was kind of rough. It
Mm-hmm.
was rough. It was actually rough. Even though I had the camper, it was roughing it.
Yep.
All right, Donna. Thanks for coming by. We appreciate it. Good to see you. Thanks everybody for coming
Sheffy's
by.
hotel room.
Yeah, I had already they the planning for Rose Nose Monkey Fest. I had put my time in, and I had already committed to the treasure hunter rally in Ohio the week after, and then they planned it, and they didn't say anything to anybody where it was until after you paid for a ticket. So, and you know, they were
Yep.
talking about going on bourbon runs or stuff like that, or I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to go somewhere in Prospect. So I made other plans. You know what I mean? It's just too late in getting it organized, in my opinion. That's just me, though. You know, maybe next year. And I had to get my time in for work, so it just didn't. It wasn't in the cards. So B&B is having a big giveaway next week, and I donated a tenth of a gram bag, but it's probably going to be more like a quarter gram. Some gems in there, and maybe a couple of these cool crystals, some garnets and things like that. The normal PA bag. And he put out a comment video last couple days ago, so you gotta go on his channel and find that comment video and leave a comment, and you'll be enrolled for the thing. There's like 10 or 12 prizes now, from what I hear, which is cool. Some coin community prizes, some gold, a little bit of silver, I think. So are you done PT completely now, Jason? What's up, Bork? Welcome back. Yeah, 15 prizes now. Wow. He's a good dude. I met him yesterday. We were out digging on the creek, and we had a good time. Didn't find too much gold, but we were looking. Creed said 16 now, I think. Cool. Yeah, I don't know about a shoulder replacement, man. To be honest with you, Jason. I think me personally, I think getting a shoulder replacement would end your prospecting career. WSG, what's that mean? Yeah, I don't know what's up with GP. He doesn't come around no more. So guess he doesn't like my politics. No, I don't do TikTok, brother. I just do YouTube. That's it. Nothing else. No other social media. There is people in the Gold family had shoulder replacement. I don't know. It just scares me, you know. I heard horror stories about shoulder replacement. Are you running some kind of machine, John? Oh, he's got a bad signal. Yeah, I don't like TikTok. I was worried about all my information getting shared on there and stuff like that, so kind of stayed away from it. Is TikTok monetized? Woohoo, guys. What's up, Joe? At Idea Lab in the house? Yeah, they got me at
I
I
step in and out.
believe I believe 6 spots around my shoulder they went in. It was rough. And because I had diabetes, the healing took longer. So it was about 7 months. It really sucked. Yeah, my rotator cuff was torn all the way around and was hanging on by about 3/4 of an inch at the bottom. I mean, I could go to grab something like this, man, and I'd be like, oh, it felt like somebody stabbed me in the shoulder. You know, it was so bad. I'll never forget it. And the left one was torn too. But in the time it took for my right one to heal, the left one healed on its own. So I got lucky and didn't have to have the second one done. That's what they blamed it on. So they said because I had diabetes, it took so long. I went to the Rothman Institute, which is the premier place around here, and they do all the sports team surgeries and all that. So I figured I would go there because they do good surgery, you know. And it was right in 2017 when they stopped giving out drugs, and I was in so much pain. I was sitting in the corner. The doctor walked in and said, "How you doing?" I said, "I'm hurting really bad." I said, "I need something for pain." And he said, "I'm not a dispensary." And I looked at him and I said, "Excuse me?" He says, "I'm not a dispensary." I said, "Well, I'm not a fucking drug addict." You know what I mean? I said, "I'm hurting and you're my doctor and you're supposed to take care of me, dude." And he said, "Well, I can't give you nothing." I said, "Well, you're fired, dude." I walked out. I got pissed off. And so I went to Penn Medicine and he gave me something called meloxicam. It was an anti-inflammatory. And I took. He said, "Take one of these once a day." I took one pill, man, and that night my shoulder calmed down. Like it was insane. Raw gelatin and orange juice was pretty awesome for pain, for joint pain. Nice.
It's interesting.
I take a I take a lot of ginger and turmeric now, and I make my own ginger and turmeric powder. Like I get it and dry it out and crush it up in a powder grinder. and it really works. It really works for inflammation, man. So
I'm still at the just suffering point. I just
you're
suffer.
suffering.
I have torn up knee right now. I'm just suffering.
Yeah,
Couple of
yeah.
couple. The benefits of that is if I actually take a couple of Tylenol, they do something. So, but that's because
Yep.
I take 6 Tylenol through the course of a year. You know,
Right.
and I don't ever use them, so they still do something.
I take a quarter teaspoon of ginger, a quarter teaspoon of turmeric, a shot of olive oil, like a 1 ounce shot of olive oil, and a little bit of lemon juice, and mix it up, and then just take it as a shot. You know what I mean? And it's been working for me
It's all about
every
what
day
works.
when I wake up.
When you say you don't drink coffee or anything, do you?
I drink coffee. I drink probably too much coffee.
As long
I'll
as
have
I
a
can
20.
go to bed on time at night, I'm drinking coffee.
I'll drink a 24-ounce cup at like, I roll out to work at 5 in the morning, so I'll be drinking that 20 ounce 24-ounce cup at 6 o'clock, and then I'll get another run around right before lunch. That's it. If I drink any more, I'll be up all night.
I could drink coffee and go right back to sleep.
Same here all day long.
Like when I used to do my
Yeah.
runs, I would leave work and go down to North Carolina, and I would get there till 1 o'clock in the morning. By the time I got there, I would drink 2 more cups of coffee, maybe three, by the time I got to North Carolina, and slap myself in the face to keep myself awake because I'd gotten up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And by the time I get there, I'd be shaking, like buzzing, like, and then wouldn't be able to go to sleep for 3 hours. So it was like 5 o'clock in the morning when I finally went to sleep. I stopped doing that.
See, the good thing about that is everyone else is so passed out drunk they didn't notice PA was assembling his sluice in the creek at 1 in the morning.
Yeah, right. Nah, I wouldn't be doing that down there, man. There's rattlesnakes and shit. They come out at night.
Zaxxon's going to be proud of me. I got some clover prospecting Peter coming.
Oh, nice. What were you saying? Why
I
were you
love
saying you
it.
start the Mustang?
What?
Why were you saying you couldn't start the Mustang? You said you were having trouble getting your Mustang started. You're cutting in and out.
Oh, yeah. The battery.
Robot voice.
The battery.
Put a battery in it.
I
Maybe.
tried starting.
So, Bork, if I started a channel about reptiles, I wouldn't have any content on it because I don't really interact with reptiles too much.
Jason.
Flow Rider, what's that? What's a Flow Rider song? That's not a country artist, is it? Or rock and
I don't
roll?
believe so.
No, I don't think so. All right. Dana says, One of our doctors recommended part cherry extract for inflammation. Yeah.
There he is, Mary.
Yeah. Watched that one video 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Vendetta week started, so get your Vendetta Pater videos out.
What, this week? Is that this week?
Yeah.
He just got back to selling in the last few months.
Right?
I got a video. I just got to finish editing it. Save it. Just
No, Borg, none of them.
upload it.
Too late to eat, Mary.
I didn't know garnets were magnetic.
Really? I
Yeah.
was looking for my magnet. I was looking for my magnet in my mess earlier. Couldn't find it.
Mhm.
Most any mineral will turn
That's all
magnetic
I'm
if
picking
you
up
leave it
now is
long enough. If you leave gold on a magnet long enough, it'll be slightly magnetic for a short time.
interesting.
History books, Borg. History books.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of those tiny garnets, like garnet sand, and a whole bunch of black sand. This is what I've gotten so far.
At my age, 2012 was last year. Right? We're old as dirt in here. Except for John R. He's babyface Nelson.
And what's
I think John R is youngest in chat right now. I know he's a little bit younger than me. Well, besides Borg. That idea says he got a copper penny with one of his magnets. Yeah, to my knowledge, virtually any material short of like plastic, any natural material, if you leave it on a magnet long enough, it will get a slight magnetized to it. It'll lose it real fast, but you can magnetize a lot of things for a second.
interesting?
Well, I'd hate to cut this short, but I got to get out of here. I need to do preparations for a meeting, which is going to take me about a half hour, and then I got to take my butt to bed.
All right, PA, nice chat.
And
All right,
I
everybody in
appreciate
chat.
I appreciate everybody hanging out, and we're going to end this one 9:30.
Have a good one, Peter.
All right, John. Thanks for coming up, brother. I appreciate it.
All right,
Everybody in chat, peace out.
bye,
PA
everybody.
Patriot out with Zach and John R. Later. See you next week.